We are live from the Magic Mile. This is New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon, New Hampshire. I'm Joshua Coppernoll. I'm joined by Jonathan Parker. John, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Josh. I'm doing good.
That's good to hear. Tonight, the boys of BSR AMSOIL Truck Series running it back again. It's been a long time since these guys have been at New Hampshire. Only one time in series history have they been here, and that was quite a few seasons ago. So we're back here again, and new name in the field as far as this season at least, but not new to these guys. That is number 41, Michael Kruger, currently P1 on the speed charts. Good to see him back, and John, you've kind of been in a situation where you make a couple starts here and there now, where you used to be a full-time driver. So how is the added pressure of coming in here, just doing a start, trying to go get the win? How is that added pressure on you, just knowing that this field is full of a bunch of talented guys?
Yeah, like you said, this is a very talented field, and I make things. This kind of goes to my attitude. I just kind of go to have fun because it's there's no points on the line. As you see that, I always start from last place is what I do, just to have some fun and maybe give myself a little bit of a challenge. So I don't really put a lot of pressure on myself, but every driver's different. I feel like my Kruger is going to come out here, want to grab the pole like he's at the top of the charts right now, and he's going to want to lead every lap because that's how he is, and that's what makes him so awesome.
No, Michael Kruger is one of my teammates, one of my drivers on my team as well. I've been talking with him a little bit all week, and every time it just seems like he's practicing. He's been getting ready for this race all week long, and I think even a little bit before that as well, when he circled this date as the race where he was going to return a few weeks ago. And so I know this has been on his mind for quite a while. He actually told me before he even announced it to everybody else. So, it's really been a track that he's been eyeing for a couple weeks now. And it's going to be interesting to see if he can go out there, steal the pole, and steal the win.
Yeah, he's going to be as dangerous as ever, I'll tell you what. You say he's been practicing. You got that insider information, I guess we can call it, being so close to him being on your team. So I'm really excited to see him race. He's always a bolt of lightning, if you will. He's always got the excitement. He's kind of like Ross Chastain. He's just you can't take your eyes off him.
Another driver that pretty impressed with right now in practice, Sean Cassane. And actually, when I joined the practice session, Sean was top of the boards. Had been at the top of the board for quite a while before Kruger was able to take over the top spot. But Sean has been looking really, really good in this practice session. He's been looking really good in all of his starts. Of course, has yet to break through and get a win, but I think it could come really, really soon.
Yeah, he's been looking good in just about everything he's driven lately, except for maybe on Thursday. But we'll ignore that. But if y'all saw that, yeah, he kind of had a me moment wrecking that one turn one, but that's okay. If I could do it, anyone could do it, I guess, technically. But yeah, he's been really fast in everything he's driven, just been really consistent. He's been getting a lot better. It's so exciting to see because, I know how hard he is on himself, being friends with him, and I'm just really happy that he is starting to see the fruits of his labor.
Now, this track, it is different than what we are normally used to seeing. Of course, a lot of mile and a halves this league runs. We have a couple of short tracks. Of course, was at Bristol last week, and in this track, it's a flat 1 mile long track. Kind of drives like a short track, but it's really not a short track at all. How tough are
Yeah,
these guys? Just how tough is it going to be for these guys coming to a track like this? Again, one that we haven't really seen often in the AMSOIL Truck Series.
yeah. I mean, I've been hearing a couple people, at least from my camp, not very excited about this racetrack. It's one that leagues don't go to that often, man. Obviously, NASCAR only goes here once a year now, so officials you only get it once a year. It's not a very popular track, man. It's a tough track to not have a lot of laps on. I'll tell you that. And there's a lot of different ways to drive this racetrack. It's kind of like Phoenix 1 and 2 now is what it is. Almost about 3 and 4 still. It's kind of like Phoenix 1 and 2, where there's just so many different lines, so many different ways to enter the corner. You could back it up. You could really charge it. You could really make it match your driving style. There's a lot of different ways to get speed out of this racetrack. But you're right, it's not a short track, and I'm very strict on my short track criteria. I do a half mile or less. And then Richmond's grandfathered into me, because that used to be a half miler. That's basically Dale Jr.'s opinion on it, and I kind of share that opinion. It's like Phoenix is not a short track. This is not a short track. These are not short tracks. But I get what you mean. It drives like one.
Another thing that I think drivers gonna have to. Oh, goodness! See Michael Kruger make a little bit of contact with Alex Kerfan there. One thing drivers are gonna have to watch out for is getting on the throttle out of corner exit. Saw that kind of be an issue last week at Bristol, and it is a problem at these flatter tracks as well, like Phoenix, New Hampshire. So I think, that's something else we're going to have to watch out for.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially with these trucks, the gears are so weird. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing some shifting tonight. So that's just going to make it even harder on exit. And if you got a little bit of a thunderfoot, that might really hurt you, especially on those long runs.
So Chicano going for a spin in the background. And, I do believe there's going to be some shifting. I know myself, personally, I would be shifting. And, the one thing that is always interesting to me is the difference between paddle shifting and having an H-pattern shifter. I personally have an H-pattern shifter. So, at tracks like this, when you come to where there is a lot of shifting, letting go of the wheel to shift. A lot of drivers going to have to do that. Make it into their motion, so it's not just holding onto the wheel to paddle shift.
Yeah, I'm jealous of you H-pattern guys. I love H-patterns. I don't really have one right now. I honestly barely have the room for it. I could make it work if I really wanted to, but I wish I had H-patterns, but paddles are honestly a little bit easier than an H-pattern, but H-pattern's obviously more realistic to what these race cars have, and at least for me, there's not really a competitive advantage to either one, at least from what I know, but H-pattern is definitely a lot more fun.
All right, just over a minute left in practice. Let's go ahead and tell everybody who our picks to win are.
Well, my pick, he needs a win. Yeah, he's had a very up and down season, a lot of downs. It's Cameron Caldwell. He wasn't even able to race a race because of a snowstorm, and he needs to break through, and I think he does that tonight.
Really good pick. Cam does need a win, and he's currently sitting 8th. Actually, as you were picking him, my screen showed him spinning out. But I'm going to go a route that... see if there he is. I'm going to go with a guy currently sitting 2nd in practice. Sean Cassane. He's been so fast. He's been really on it a lot lately, really in everything that we've been seeing him on JCTV, minus Thursday. But, I think it's time. I think it's time that Sean Cassane breaks through, gets that win. And we'll see it right here at New Hampshire.
Very good pick. I had a feeling you were going to pick him.
Some people, that some people may say your driver is literally sitting P1 on practice charts and he's got nothing to lose. Why wouldn't you pick him? You know, because everybody is still beatable, you know, and I would love to see Mikey win. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, I think Mikey can win. I really think he has a great shot as well. But Sean, he's been a great been doing a great job this year.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone's people. No one's an alien like you seem to think I am. Everyone is human, regardless of how good they are. So I mean, how many drivers we have? So many drivers. Over 37 people here.
37. Yeah.
Any one of these guys can win. I mean, all it takes is just one ill-timed caution or just one weird decision, and it could throw your whole race for a loop. So it's just you got to be perfect to win one of these things.
I think Brad Keselowski said it once. If it is so easy to lose a race, it is so hard to win a race. I mean, you can easily lose a race, you know, but you really got to try to win.
It's very hard to back in. It's a lot harder to back into a win than it is to throw your race away. Let's put it that way. Throw your race away. I mean, I think every race car driver will tell you of ones that they've thrown away. I mean, I had one last night. I think I threw it away, and it's all the best ones are tough on themselves, and I know all these guys that are at the top here. I think all 37 of these drivers are really tough on themselves. Maybe there's one or two that are, man, they just want to have fun, but I think most of these guys they're really competitive, and they're really hard on themselves.
Michael Kruger, we saw him go top of the board, a 30.454. Currently watching Harold Tucker, who just got super loose there. He's currently blinking in and out a little bit. Tristan Maher, he seems to really be good at short tracks as well as road courses. And, you know, I mean, no, this is not a road course or a short track. But, you know, we kind of said it does drive a little bit like a short track. And, you know, with the shifting, the heavy braking, you might be able to say it kind of drives like a road course, too.
A short track road course. I don't know.
That's a mile oval.
Yeah, it's by definition, it's not a short track for sure. Even if you went with the mile or shorter version of that. I've seen some people call Dover a short track, which is crazy to me. But yeah, it drives a lot. Like, you share a lot of qualities. The braking technique is so similar. Like I love Martinsville, and I kind of use some of those techniques here at New Hampshire, and it really helped me out. And then the shifting, oh god, that throws my brain for a loop. I was racing at Xfinity League here a few months ago, and I was shifting, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. But you have to be fast.
Just Maher, 14th on the board. Second lap did not count. Alonso Chicano just went up to P2.
Yeah, I think we look like fools for not picking a number of, I guess that's the 41 truck this year.
You know, and
he seems on it.
I'm going to be honest. Alonso struggling in practice a bit. I was talking about Alonso last night, saying that he is one that is going to be to watch out for tonight. New Hampshire is really, really good for him. Like I said, been struggling a little bit in practice, but P2 on the board right now as Traver Burns is out on track for qualifying. And this lap will be his second lap. 30.648 P9 for Traver Burns. And the only other driver out there right now with 18 seconds left is Tyler Watermolen.
That's a pretty good lap for Traver Burns. It's going to be a top 10 start. Good to see our fellow booth mate doing good.
25th for Tyler Watermelon. So qualifying comes to an end, and we have the grid set. So let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid with Michael Kruger on the pole and Alonso Chicano starting to his outside P2. Nathan Fuller starting third, Ethan Fonseca Moreno fourth. Fifth place goes to Alex Kerfan, Hunter Peach starting sixth. Sean Kissane starts seventh, Cameron Caldwell eighth. Ninth will be Trevor Burns, and Cody McCorkle starts in 10th.
Row 6, we've got Levi Poland and William Kemp. In row number 7, we got Justin Duran and Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. In row number 8, we've got Brian C. Smith and Tristan Maher. In row number 9, we got Andrew Elias and Jacob Locklear. And in row 10, we've got Nathan Lehman and Brett Bennett.
Starting 21st, Jeffrey Armistead. Tyler Ratliff's 22nd. 23rd, Michael Walls, the weapon, as you like to call him. And Josh Arnold,
Mississippi Missile.
Mississippi Missile, too, yeah. There's two Mississippi boys starting in row 12. Josh Arnold, not a missile.
He is not a missile. Very clean driver.
25th, Tyler Watermelon. 26th, Ryan Bogey. 27th, Giovanni Klein. David Rand, 28th. 29th, Christopher Melton. And Matt Steiner starts 30th.
31st, we've got Dawson Down. And 32nd, we've got Zachary Wareham. And 33rd, we got Brandon Hinton. 34th, we got Shane O'Neill. And 35th, we got Dakota Knoll. And 36th, we got Harold Tucker. And rounding out the field in 37th is Pete Dillon.
That is our starting lineup. These drivers get ready. 200 laps, 200 miles around this 1 mile track, of course, for the Spooky Games 200. Yeah, last week was also the Spooky Games 200. Totally different racetrack than this one. And last week was pretty spooky. I think tonight should be a little bit better. Speaking of, we do have a new penalty system. If you occur 20 incident points, it will be a drive-through penalty. And then after that, every 10 will also be a drive-through penalty from there forward. So 20, 30, 40, 50, if you just get that high, you probably have a ton of damage. And you're Brett Bennett. 60, I don't even want to know. But that's what's going on here. And we're going to find out if anybody gets a penalty tonight, getting 20 incident points, who's going to be the first?
I'd take the low-hanging fruit. I think it's going to be Brett Bennett.
Brett Bennett does have start at the back with an EOL. Base car's in, though. Leader restart zone. Green flag is out. We're on our way here for the Spooky Games 200. Alrighty, Michael Kruger down on the apron. He's going to get a shot. Now clear of Alonso Chicano.
Yeah, that apron very viable here. That's one of the many lines I was talking about. You see here, he takes that classic New Hampshire line is what I like to call it. Basically that second groove from the bottom.
Nathan Fuller underneath. Beautiful second Moreno. Fuller actually going to clear, slide up in front of him. Moreno, a driver that not really was excited to come here at all. Had a pretty good qualifying effort, though. So he's gonna.
He's one of those where even if he's not excited, I have to look out for him. But yeah, I know he echo those thoughts. I understand how he feels about this place.
Zachary Wareham. Believe just DNF'd.
It's manually disconnected. Big deal. He might be done for the day.
Justin Duran battling side by side with Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Duran, of course, last week's winner at Bristol.
Yeah, very wacky race there that he ended up winning. Oh, he's only 14th right now, but he's getting some momentum for these playoffs.
We have a caution. Dawson Allen. Looks like Dawson might have just got a little too hard into the corner. Harold Tucker out of nowhere getting into the back of him.
Yeah, that's been basically starting in the braking zone there, which just getting in there a little bit too tough with too much rear brake. Either that or he downshifted and got some wheel hop. Well, one of those two could have happened and just lost it. Shouldn't be too much damage to either truck though.
No, I think it was a pretty slow speed hit, and
Yep.
Dawson didn't hit a wall or anything, so he should be all right. Brandon Hinton should be the free pass here. He's the only driver a lap down. And pit road's going to be up this time, but I don't expect any takers except maybe Dawson and Harold for a little bit of damage repair.
Yeah, I agree. Just too early with the stage. Usually, I always say, with us having one stage in this league, that usually my goal is to only use one set of tires for this opening portion, opening stage of the race. Just kind of leaves your options open for the end.
Jeffrey Armstead. It looks like, I believe that was him coming down pit road, and a couple other takers behind. Maybe just fuel only. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the SBLD guys. Nathan Lehman as well. Right side's going up on a ton of these trucks.
Heck, what do I know? I can see that they can make it work. 6 laps is this track wears tires a decent amount, so that will make a bit of a difference, and see if they can't make up some spots from where they were running.
My pick to win, Sean Cassane, he actually started 7th, down to 8th place right now. Cameron Caldwell, your pick, started 8th up to 6th.
Yeah, and he hates me for picking him. He was yelling at me in the chat. See, I don't really believe in a jinx or a curse. I know you've cursed me before, or jinxed me, I should say, but I don't really believe in none of that.
Interesting. John, I don't know. I just got a message from one of our viewers and somebody that we know on JCTV, Dalton Kelly, saying that we might have unlimited tires here tonight.
Oh, well, we can check. I can check the rules right now. I'm sure he He's gonna call nose. Unloaded tire sets in the race. That is very true.
Alrighty, so you know, I still
And I don't. Now I get why those guys in the back came. I'm actually shocked. More people didn't come down pit road if you got unlimited tires.
being in the back that makes sense, but if I'm running up front, I
Sure,
still
yeah.
don't think I want it to pit there.
Yeah, like if I'm Michael Kruger, I wouldn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
just track position's too powerful here. But
That does make sense. All right.
them boys back there were Jeffrey Armstead. Don't blame them.
And green flag back out. A little blink there for Michael Kruger as they were getting into the restart zone. I think that threw a lot of guys off.
It's grip hacks. Just kidding.
Andrew Elias back here. He was really low on that restart.
What, using one of those many grooves.
David Fuller trying to get underneath Alonso Chicano. There, 3 wide.
Wide action. Yeah. Kind of can work here, though. Perfect getting a little loose.
Well, Caldwell got a little loose as well.
That's going to let Ethan get on by, and it's going to let Sean Cassane get in on this action.
And they're going to be 3 wide once again with Gathane on the bottom.
Wow.
Oh,
it's getting a little,
man.
Oh, there's a wreck.
Oh. Curve fan going around. Now the caution comes out. Fuller involved. 48 of Giovanni Klein, and I think that is Dawson Allen just at the nose of Curfan. Indeed, it is.
I know exactly what happened to Alex Curfan. He money shifted. If you can look at this replay, you're going to see a little explosion before he gets pile driven because there's just nowhere to go, no way to react to that. And that's one thing that we were talking about with the H pattern versus the paddles. I gotta assume he's on an H pattern if he money shifted. It's really hard to money shift when you got paddles.
Oh man, yeah. They get clipped by the 09. I believe that's William Kempf. That's what turned him around. Oh, there's
Get that third to second instead of third to fourth. It's just that'll be an instant DNF.
Oh yeah, I love having an H pattern, but that is one of the downfalls.
For sure. Honestly, I'm surprised that wasn't bigger.
Take a look once again at this accident, but from Tristan Maher's point of view. Incredible. Sound like there might have been a little contact from behind.
Yeah. He's one who's another one who hasn't had a lot of luck this year. Just everything just seems to happen around him, but he's thrown unscathed.
Drivers coming to the choose cone.
This is a track where I honestly don't even know which line you should take. Kruger's loves restarting on the bottom. I think that's, if I was the leader, that's what I would choose, but it gets really interesting back in the pack.
Yeah, I think this is a track where if I was the leader, I would want to be up top, but it also really depends on how good of a jump you can get.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we'll go back to last night. Every time the leader has choice, I chose the bottom. I felt I can get really good launches there, and I can clear up and then use the high side, like I really like to do all night. And Kruger, I think he's just been getting really good launches, so it kind of is just where he's more comfortable.
So this truck gives in, and we're going back green. Kruger clears up.
Just like we talked about. Got a pretty good launch. Just kind of go wherever he wants.
But Alonso Chicano all over the back tailgate of Kruger.
Wow. That was Levi Poland. That was really loose back there. Give a caution.
It is the 24 of David Durand.
It's going to be another single car spin, truck spin, excuse me.
So we talked about, the new incident penalty system tonight. I mentioned if you get 20 incident points, it is a penalty, and then from then on, it's every 10 after that. So incident points, if you touch the grass, it is a 1x, and that is if you just go down and touch the grass. So like in the case of David Durand, another example where he just spun out on his own, that's going to be a loss of control, which is a 2x, and it does not give him another x for losing control into the grass. So even though he drove into the grass, he already had gotten the 2x for the loss of control. So that is not a 3x situation. If that makes sense, hopefully it does. You're staying with me. So, if you have car contact with another car, or in this case, truck, that would be a 4x. And so those are the ways that you can get incident points. As well as if you hit the wall hard enough, that'll be 2x as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about the incident limit rule. I mean, I guess it can't hurt, but man, when I strap on a helmet, I'm not really thinking about that. I mean, I've had races where I've got 12x and I never spun out. I just got, obviously if you get contacted and then let's just say contact from the car behind and they spin out into the wall and it's a spectacular wreck, you get a 4x and you did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I personally don't think it's going to stop what we've seen at the short tracks, let's just say. But I'll be happy to be proven wrong.
And I'm in the same boat as you. I mean, I think after last week, the drivers they were very open that they want to change. The admins, we were open that we want to change. And yes, I say we because I'm not just a broadcaster here. I am an admin, and a lot of the behind the scenes stuff going on. Cam didn't just hire me to broadcast these races. We're friends. We've been friends way longer than I've been broadcasting, way longer than this league has been going on. As the choose cone is happening, Kruger takes the bottom. So I am an admin behind the scenes, and so I was very open. I'm not a fan of the incident limit myself either, and it's just from driving in races where I've been, like you mentioned, high incident points because of other people's mistakes. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not perfect. I'll spin out too, hit the wall, get 4X, contact another. Yeah, absolutely. So when it happens, if I will take those incident points any day, that is on me. But having these other things happen to you, I'm just not a big fan of them. Now, I did agree. We'll give this system a try, see how it goes. So I'm open to things. I'm curious how it is going to work tonight. Hopefully we don't have to see it work tonight. But anyway, green flag is back out. And this time, actually, Chicano, better restart. He was holding on to the back, the outside of Kruger a little bit longer there. And I think if these guys continue to have more and more restarts with Chicano on the outside of Kruger, he's going to get more and more better timed restarts on Kruger.
Yeah, I mean, you eventually run out of bag of tricks, I guess you can call it. You can only restart so many places in the box, and you can only mix it up so often. Where Alonso Chicano will eventually figure out his tendencies. He'll have a restart where he is side by side with him.
And I'll tell you,
sorry.
That's all right. I'll tell you what, like I said earlier, I mentioned how Chicano is one to watch out for in this race, and I think had I saw him higher up in practice, he would have been my pick to win. He is proving me wrong right now, and that I should have picked him regardless, especially after his really good qualifying run, starting second. Chicano, the very first race on JCTV at New Hampshire, which was our second ever broadcast, the winner, Alonso Chicano, with the trucks. Chicano, he has so much success at this track, and right now he is P2. Still a long race to go.
See, I didn't really know because once again, leagues don't really come here that often. I didn't know he had a lot of success here in the past, and it's definitely showing right now.
Cameron Caldwell able to get past Kassane, put Tim into 5th place.
Just matriculating his way up to the front right now is what he's doing. He's just being very patient. Doing a very good job.
First side-by-side battle, you got to go back all the way to Trevor Burns. William Kempf. It's Kempf now side-by-side with Poland.
There's just so many different lines being used right now. People going outside of those 3 grooves up high, where you might think there'd be some marbles, but it's definitely useful. There's not even PJ1 on the track.
Somebody caught the wall. Who is that? That's Cody McCorkle.
One of them earlier incidents. Oh my gosh. They're going 3 wide.
Oh boy.
Gonna make it through for right now anyway. See, this is in traffic. You see this is the worst because there's just nowhere to go if you're behind this. You have no air on the front of your truck. It makes it's the worst feeling in the world. They're still 3 wide.
Yeah, Tristan Maher. He wanted a part of that. That is Tyler Ratliff, the 15. Justin Rand up top, the 5. Beautiful looking paint scheme. Justin Rand is running. Guy's battling so hard right now.
That EOL has not slowed him down. I guess he's. I don't know if he's pit or not.
He has actually.
He did pit. Yeah, he pit on lap 6. So doing a good job of moving forward. Not letting that EOL slow him down.
He's about to take a Moreno. It's under fire from Cameron Cullen and little contact.
Yeah. No harm, no foul, but it's going to put Cam Caldwell and it's going to bring Sean Cassane up into this.
They're still side by side. Oh, more contact!
More contact. I don't know if that was a pinching situation, but usually usually only get so many of those before the car under you gets tired of it. Yeah, I would have to go back and look at it. Car coming up, car coming down, or what?
Just Maher has been able to get clear of chaos behind him. Now it's Justin Rand looking underneath Brett Bennett. Trying to get 15th place. I think Durand is going to get the position away from Brett. Actually, this opens up the door for Andrew Elias. Elias, the Vegas winner from earlier this season.
A very solid season. Just, doing what he does best, keeping his nose clean, and he's showing more speed, and I'm very excited to see. I love Andrew Elias. So he's being steady Eddie. I love it.
Andrew's a driver that when I was racing in this field, I would find myself racing him a lot. Just kind of the pace that we had were similar in some portions of the run. And a lot of fun racing with Andrew. It's pretty awesome to see him win at Vegas.
Pretty big mover here is the Mississippi Missile himself. He is into the top 10 and looking for 9th from his 23rd start position. And wow, he's sending into those corners.
Run pretty low.
Yeah. Almost clears Levi Poland, and actually does there. He's going to be looking underneath Traver Burns.
He's getting on the apron. Not something we've really not seen anybody do tonight.
He's using that to his advantage. I don't know if obviously not everyone has spotters, but if I'm a spotter for someone and I'm looking at that, man, you gotta take note of that and tell your driver to take advantage of that if they're trying to make a pass. It seems. I would assume that uses tires more, but that is very effective if you want to get basically slide job someone.
One thing that I don't think either one of us have mentioned is, and I'm watching these drivers, and they are doing a very classic New Hampshire line. If you're really not familiar with New Hampshire, wondering, why they're not wrapping that yellow line. It's because this track actually has progressive banking. The line, the second lane up has more banking than the bottom line, so you're really not going to see anybody on that bottom much.
But that's also one of those things where it seems like there's always one or two cars in real life anyway that can really wrap that bottom, and those are the ones that you got to watch out for. So if anyone can figure out going down there and using that bottom line to their advantage, that's usually one you got to look out for, and it's usually going to be a car that can make passes a little bit better, because if you just run the same line that everyone else is, you're never going to make a pass.
I've been watching closely the times last few laps, and of course Moreno was able to get past Fuller, and Moreno has closed in on Alonso Chicano. Moreno, I mentioned earlier, not wasn't really excited that much for this track, but you know, the one thing about those PBR drivers, we are so good at helping each other out, and Michael Kruger is really giving a ton of advice to Ethan before the race started, and I'm sure he's still giving him information. Moreno's doing a really good job right now.
He's doing a very good job here, looking underneath Alonso Chicano for a second. Using that bottom lane a little bit. Trying to get that run off.
Yeah, doing so on corner exit, trying to straighten out the exit. Doing a great job running that line. He's actually going to go ahead and get clear of Alonso Chicano. So P2, even Fonseca Moreno.
Wall's looking underneath Hunter Peach. He is doing that send very well. Gonna keep him alongside Hunter Peach. I feel like he's gonna do it again, isn't he? Yeah, there he goes. Oh goodness. He's earned his nickname, I'll tell you what. Getting them places though, I can't really say I blame him.
Well, Mississippi Missile up to 7th. Doing a great job.
Yeah, didn't qualify well, and I know he struggles with qualifying. He's like, man, I wish I just, you know, didn't really used to do it a lot. He's doing it more now, so I'm just assuming that's part of where the growing pains are coming from. But man, he does race very well. You can't say he doesn't.
Yeah, in fact, your biggest mover, 23rd to 7th. And he's not done.
I just have a weird feeling that he's actually going to make contention for this win here. You get him up there with Michael Kruger and Ethan Fonseca Moreno, they can keep up with them.
We are nearing the end of the stage as well. Stage ending at the conclusion of lap 50. So here in 6 laps. So we have 44 complete in the Spooky Games 200. Of course, Spooky Games, if you're not in the Attleboro, Massachusetts area, you can find them on Facebook at Spooky Games or spooky-games.square.site in your internet browser. With Sega Moreno actually closing in on the race leader. Still a second of a difference, and not sure he's going to get there before the end of the stage, but Ethan Sega Moreno, he's doing a really good job right now.
Yeah, he's the only one in the top 10 right now in the 31-second bracket, just putting down lap after lap. Doing a really good job.
Only one on track in the 31-second bracket.
As we say that, you just run a 32 flat.
But he is closing in little by little. This battle, though, well, Hussein had been right there with Caldwell, and now it is Walls.
It is amazing to see how he can go down there, but then he gets stopped very well and is able to probably use shifting to get a great run off. I wonder who told him that might be a viable strategy. I don't know who that could
be. Riding on board with Micah Walls. He didn't shift.
He's not even shifting. That's crazy.
You know, it's Caldwell underneath him, squeezing him.
That little one of the squeeze, he used him up. And Cameron Caldwell should know better than anyone else that that's somebody you don't want to use up too much.
We call Ethan Fonseca Moreno the bear, poking the bear, but I think Michael Walls is the bear you don't want to poke.
It's like poking a nuke. I don't know. I would never want to do it.
Caldwell is trying to hold on to 5th. He knows the stage is coming to an end. It's,
getting a little loose.
Oh, man.
He's going to defend low.
Michael Walls, all 4 tires on the apron.
It's a slide job. Cameron Caldwell's going to get back underneath him. He didn't quite get the run off that time, and that's going to allow Sean Cassane to get underneath him.
Meanwhile, stage win is going to go to Michael Kruger.
Or who's going to get that spot between Sean...
Oh!
Sean Cassane! They're in the same call. That might not be too fun to deal with.
Keeps it off the wall.
Almost cost him a spot to Hunter Peach, but...
Kruger, Moreno, Chicano, Fuller, Caldwell, Walls, Cassane, Peach, Burns, and Poland. Your top 10.
Man, has it been all Michael Kruger so far?
It has been, but Moreno was there.
Yeah, he was gaining. He keep getting these long runs. I think he might have something for him.
Pit road's going to be open, and I assume everybody's coming down. Chicano overshot his box. And Cassane missed his box.
Completely missed his box. That's going to cost him all that track position.
Close race off pit road between Kruger and Moreno. Caldwell gets 3rd, Fuller, Chicano. Let's go ahead and dial up our stage winner. Hey, Mikey, it's the boys up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Stage winner there. That time, but Moreno, he was closing in. What's it been like inside that 41 machine, working with your teammates?
Well, it's been a little getting used to. It's been a little while since I've really kind of worked with teammates in this league here, and just kind of talking to them, getting feedback on what to do better here. It's been great to be back. It's been great to be back. I'll just put it that way. It's been great to be back.
Any nerves you were facing there with Moreno closing in?
I mean, I knew I had a comfortable margin, but I definitely, it was hard to ignore that he was definitely closing, and I just got to kind of figure out what I need to do better, really, compared to what he's doing long run here. I mean, he's going to be someone to look out for, so I'm going to have to kind of keep my eyes on what he's going to be doing long run.
Alrighty, well, congrats on the stage win. We'll let you get back up to it as you guys are getting ready to restart here.
Thank you. Have fun.
Yes, sir. You have fun as well.
Oh, I will.
And I'm struggling to move him back to his chat.
Yeah, I'll get that. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
So he's a PBR.
Yes.
Go. Should be ready for his restart.
So the pace truck pulling in. And green flag back out. Great jump by Michael Kruger. Look at Andrew Elias went down.
It's a Chicano, no!
Oh, man.
I think everyone missed him. Oh, no, I lied.
Oh. Couldn't tell who that was that got into it. Was that Brian C. Smith, maybe?
Yeah,
At first
that
I
was.
thought it was Dawson, but it was not. I do believe that was Brian C. Smith. 45. Yes, that was.
I personally think he changed before the leash start. I personally think he changed lanes before the line. Like, it was egregious enough. Like, if Ethan was able to get a speed boost, he would have, like, not crashed into him. He would have been side by side with him. Go for it.
That's going to put us under caution for the 5th time tonight.
Sorry, I was doing admin work.
And what's going on with Michael Kruger?
And that's what we were just going to get into. I determined he kind of changed lanes before the start-finish line. I was going to say something before the spin happened that it looked like he changed and kind of like double clutch, like, oh, I shouldn't do that. And I mean, he was basically in the top line before the start finish line. So that should be a little exciting to watch, I guess.
Take a look, and yeah, see there on the replay, he was moving up.
It's such a tough decision.
But it is.
It's one that you have to make. It's one that you have to make. It is the right call. And I think you could see what I'm talking about, like where he made like, oh, I'm not supposed to do this, but he kind of already made that decision, and it's just too late.
Riding on board with Alright, so we're getting ready to restart. This field is coming out of turn 4. The pace truck is in. And green flag back out.
And the lead to Ethan Fonseca Moreno.
Caldwell holding on. It's Fuller driving it deep.
Not quite the Michael Wall send, but he drove that in deep. He's going to clear Cameron Caldwell for second.
Oh, we got to put it back hard into the wall. Matt Steiner. And that wasn't just hard in the wall. That was hard into the pit barrels.
Wow. Just got loose and oh my goodness.
That was a very hard hit for Steiner.
Hurting myself here.
Michael Kruger. See here, he's currently 23rd. Starting first. Leading all the laps until a moment ago. And he was down at 31st when that restart happened. Not long for him to get up to 22nd.
He's been so fast. He'll find his way up front. It's just a matter of. I know this is crazy because we have like a little less than 140 laps to go, but he might he might need the time. It's just such a big field, and if we have cautions after cautions, he's not gonna be able to make that much inroads. But he's got the speed to do it.
He definitely does. And you know, the good thing is this penalty happened early in the race. If this happened in the final 50 laps or so, you know, then you can say, well, maybe I'm out of this. But it happened early. He still has an opportunity. Just needs to stay focused, not get too hard on himself, and just do what he's been doing. Driving fast laps and keeping the nose of that truck clean. So I believe the fields is going to come to the choose cone this time by, and they are. Moreno taking the bottom, Fuller top, Caldwell bottom, Walls top, Justin bottom, Traber top, Jeffrey Armistead top, Brett Bennett bottom. Pretty much everybody almost where they would have been anyway.
I feel like we haven't talked about Traber enough today. He's having just a solid run, being quiet and just doing his thing, keeping his truck clean. And we give our fellow JCTV commentator a little bit of a shout out.
Yeah, Traber was really excited for this race. as well. He is a really good road racer and said that this kind of track plays into his racing style a little bit because it does have kind of the road technique to it. And the pace truck gonna turn down in pit road, and green flag back out. And Fuller caught sleeping a little bit there.
Yeah, not a very good restart. Cameron Caldwell's going to be able to clear him, and now Justin Durand is underneath him.
Justin not able to keep up, staying on the bottom. As we got a battle.
Lead.
Yeah.
They're leaning on each other. But has had contact earlier in the race a couple
Whoa.
times. Ball, too.
Oh, Caldwell sliding up.
Caldwell's going to use him up a little bit. A little loose for Ethan Fonseca Moreno, but he's still going to get the run off.
Bring Fuller into the picture.
Yeah.
Fuller's going to cross to the inside, not give Caldwell much room. Caution.
I feel awful. I might have to start believing in a jinx.
I see on my mini map on my second screen.
Yeah, I love you, Trevor Burns. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, little contact, Brett Bet. Oh goodness, Tristan Maher, hard. Oh, bogey as well involved. Oh man.
Oh, yeah, he ran Trevor over. Just nowhere to go.
Race has had some pretty interesting storylines so far.
Oh, for sure.
Michael Kruger having the
He's
issue.
moving through the field really quickly, by the way, being all the way back to, I think that's 11th he's at.
Yeah. Doing a great job.
Yeah, he's still going to be a force to be reckoned with.
We're not even halfway through this race yet.
This is something that Brett Bennett brought up, and he's very right. It's a long race because, I mean, it's the same amount of laps as Bristol. And Bristol is, a lap takes half the amount of time than it does here. It's a long race. So I'm not too familiar with their schedule, but yeah, I think usually what we do is we do model it off of what at least they used to do, even if they don't go to the track anymore. So it is full-length truck races, so if it's 200 laps, that's what they did probably.
I need to look this up.
Well, you got half a lap to do it.
Power of Google. And Xfinity 10G internet. I don't have 10G, but I do have Xfinity internet.
I think I fixed my internet problems, by the way. Pocono lagouts won't happen again. This truck is off.
And we're going to restart. Green flag back in the air.
You know, with Ethan Fonseca Moreno being in the same call, being teammates with Michael Kruger, gonna be extra careful when he gets that jump to not really be changing the lanes before the line. These guys are all over the place. Tristan Maher using the apron all the way around.
Yeah, he was squirrely.
Still using it. I noticed that, you know, at least whenever I race here, very, very rarely, but on these restarts, that's very viable because everyone's kind of stacking up in that typical New Hampshire line, and you can just kind of go all the way around the bottom where they're not. Give that spot over Brett Bennett.
Kruger. He's on the apron. Still side by side with Brett Bennett. This is for 8th position. Is Kruger gonna slide in front of Bennett? So in 1996, all the way to 2009, this race was 200 laps in real life. And then starting in 2010, 2011, and then from 2014 to 2017, it was 175 laps.
So we're going back to the good old days, huh?
And Kruger going to get ahead of Tristan, sliding in front. Tristan with the crossover move.
And then the battle for second is hot. A little bit of contact between Nathan Fuller and Cameron Caldwell. The previous corner, just leaning on each other a little bit. Ooh, wasn't really clear for Nathan Fuller.
Caution.
He's getting good, too. We had two battles at the same time there.
Pete Dillon, Harold Tucker.
This is a tough one because, man, Harold Tucker blinked out at the worst time. At least on my end.
Oh, yeah. Turn by William Kempf. Once he got back in, and Pete Dillon actually not involved. Great job locking it up.
And Kemp just kind of... That's just such a bad position for both those drivers because if you're Harold Tucker, you're trying to make a move, trying to make an aggressive move, and then you blink out, and then William Kemp doesn't really know where you are. You just got to make assumptions, and by the time he comes back, it's too late.
Yeah, that was not really anybody's fault. Just wrong place, wrong time.
So Cameron Caldwell is down pit road, first one to pit. Gonna have split strategy here.
Caldwell, first one out. And it's Justin, Tristan, Mikey, Alonzo. A lot more.
So I just want to spew my propaganda for a bit because I'm a big proponent of not having tire limits. I think they're stupid. And it just kind of creates things like this where it's a lot more of a natural strategy that happens, not because of, well, I only got 5 tire sets or however many it is for a certain race. So I don't know. I just kind of like it.
thank you guys for spending your Saturday night watching racing on JCTV and not some basketball stuff that's going on. It's
College
overrated.
basketball's mid anyway. Yeah.
I'm not-
We're gonna get flamed for that one.
Oh yeah, I'm not a basketball fan in general. But then again, when your home team is the Detroit Pistons, as far as NBA goes, now I will say, like, college hoops, you know, Michigan Wolverines had been good in previous years. This year, they're absolutely awful. But you know, whenever it come to March Madness, I'd always watch the Wolverines, especially when the Wagner brothers, Mo Wagner and Franz Wagner, were a part of the Wolverines. Were really fun to watch. But enough of that. I was just saying, I think spend your Saturday night here with us. And thinking the bottom is either what's San Marino, Michael Wall stick at the top, Nathan Fuller bottom, Jeffrey Armistead top, but. Go ahead.
Interesting, because Nathan Fuller, obviously, he was in second and chose the outside last time, and I think he's had enough of that. So that's going to put Michael Walls to the outside. Nathan Fuller made a really late choice. Like I thought he almost hit the choose, but yeah, he's had enough of, I guess, trying to guess those restarts, and I can't really say I blame him. It's just such a hard spot out there, especially at this track.
Getting ready to go back green. 109.
With Hunter P.
Yo, Tristan Maher around.
To the back.
Locking it up.
Hold that thought. It's kind of been the story of his season. Just not been his normal self. I don't know about you. I just feel like he just hasn't had that groove.
I don't know if it was a transition from the flat to, well, more flat, but
Flat to, yeah, maybe just as flat. You're right.
well, it's still a little bit of a transition there in the corner to the straight, and that might have been what actually looped Maher around. The good news for him is he hit nothing, and nobody hit him.
That's good. I mean, this track is just so bumpy, and I don't know what gear he was in, whether he's in third or fourth, but these tracks have a lot of pull in third gear, especially. But another thing that's kind of interesting, at least in real life, drivers talk about how it feels like the bottom line almost has, like, it's almost cambered the opposite way. That's how flat it feels, and it's such a hard transition, even from the apron.
Don't forget to move your clocks tonight forward. We lose an hour tonight, 23-hour day tomorrow.
Fun.
Uh,
Isn't this supposed to be the last time, though?
Shoot. They always say that.
I know. I feel like I've been hearing this for years now. Like, oh, this is the last time we got to do it. And every year we got to move our clocks.
I will believe it when I see it at this point. I mean, it's... There, yeah. So in November, when we have to move our clocks back on February 29th, I was actually supposed to be born February 28th on a Saturday. And instead, I decided to come out Saturday, March 14th. I have had a few 23-hour birthdays when my birthday lands on a Sunday. This year, it is on a Thursday. So, yeah, I can't believe I'm in my final week as a 25-year-old. I'm starting to feel really old, you know,
Old.
but
Old, you know what? The old part.
so some viewers may be like, "Shut up! I wish I was 26 again."
You want to trade spots?
Yeah.
My dad says that to me all the time.
Oh man.
We were choosing this time, and let's go. Mike Wall's back on the outside. Man, I really want to see this go green. I really want to see him just send it. I mean, that has been very exciting to watch because it looks chaotic, but I feel like it's kind of controlled chaos. I know it's crazy to say about Michael Walls, but I think he's kind of got that line down, that send down to where he could really just make some waves.
know, sometimes when you're watching stuff from outside, it looks a whole lot crazier than it feels in the truck. And then sometimes when you're in the truck, things seem way calmer than what it looks. You know, you're like, holy cow, how'd I manage that? But, yeah, I mean...
I don't think anything's necessarily controlled chaos with Michael Walls. He might be the exception. He's a loose cannon, but makes it good.
Pace truck's in, restart zone, green flag back out.
Not that bad of a restart for Michael Walls. He's still going to get cleared, but he's going to stay in second, which is better than the past few restarts for that second place track.
Look at Michael Kruger all the way down on the apron. Oh, Cameron Caldwell. He got loose.
Some of these fresh tires want to make hay as quick as possible. Restarts here, so chaotic. This is such a cautions breed cautions type of track because the way these restarts work.
Kruger back here trying to get underneath Justin Rand, not able to. Oh, Caldwell once again loose. There's the spin. It was Ratliff going around.
Yep. Ooh, Kruger had a little bit of contact with that. He
Ratliff just got loose. Got into Kruger and it's like tried to correct it. Ultimately just spun around. Andrew Elias coming down pit road.
It's really intriguing to see, I don't know, these top four stay out on these tires. Armstead's still on the tires from the stage because I'm pretty sure most everyone else, other than maybe a couple stragglers back there, have stayed out since the stage. And tires do mean a lot here, and I know track position matters, but I don't know if that stay out like last week, what Jonathan Jurgensmeyer did, that stay out every caution, is really a viable strategy at this track.
No, I agree, and I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see more like what we saw last week, next week at Martinsville. But this track, of course, there is much more time in the corner, much more time on the straightaways than what we saw last week, and what we will see next week. Of course, next week being Martinsville.
And I'll definitely be on the racetrack for Martinsville. I love that place, but I might not be doing a lot of racing. Who knows? Let's not put that energy out there. I think we'll get some green flag laps in.
Good. Take a look at the schedule. It's tonight, Martinsville next week, Lime Rock will be the week after that, and
I don't
then
know what that track looks like.
and then we go to Talladega, Richmond, and Homestead to finish out the regular season. And oh yeah, after Lime Rock and before Talladega is the All-Star race at Atlanta. So,
Am I invited? Am I allowed to do that?
I think so.
Shoot, that might be an All-Star race. Gotta ask Cameron Caldwell for permission, obviously, but. I didn't know there was an All-Star race. Thanks for going through the schedule.
Originally, there was not an all-star race, and we
now, before you continue, is that new or old Atlanta?
I believe new.
That's fun.
Getting ready to restart. Green flag. Oh, contact between Wallace and Moreno!
There's that controlled chaos I was talking about. Jeez.
Fuller and Wall side by side for the race lead now.
Uncontrolled chaos, but I think that's going to get Mike Walls the lead. He's going to cross up in front of Nathan Fuller. Well, let me tell you what, Michael Walls better run.
Oh, here comes Kruger. Oh, Walls is loose!
God, oh my goodness gracious.
No caution.
Yeah, he didn't spin out, but that's just going to lose all his track position.
Fuller takes over the race lead. And look who's in fourth.
Yeah. Mike Kruger is coming. I don't know how he's driving it like that. Figured out tonight.
Kruger underneath Kassane. Gonna clear. Pulls down in front of Justin. Kruger once again all over that apron.
Outside of Kruger.
Michael Kruger gonna slide up in front of Justin Rand. Still in fourth place.
That's one thing about this racetrack. One thing about a decent amount of racetracks. Sometimes when you go for a pass and someone's right behind you, they can just fill that gap and end up passing you. You could lose 2-3 spots, but Kruger did a good job of stopping the bleeding there. Make the move for third again.
Not able to clear. Yeah, Kassane went wide there. Oh, man.
Between he and Duran.
Just ahead of Kruger. Here's Moreno and Fuller battling it out for the race lead.
Yeah, you know Heaton's gonna want to get that back, especially before Kruger gets there, because it's gonna be a tough truck to hold off, especially with those newer tires.
Yeah, I agree. 26 lap difference Michael Kruger has on Fuller and Moreno.
Some of that's under caution, but that's still a pretty big difference.
So this race has had 4 different leaders. Michael Kruger, Ethan Fonseca Moreno, Michael Walls, and now Nathan Fuller.
For those of you guys that are working on the beach out there, I think he just blew a motor. him, but
100 down, 100 to go here in the Spooky Games 200. Again, if you are not in the Attleboro, Massachusetts area, can't find Spooky Games, you can go to Facebook, Spooky Games on Facebook, or spooky-games.square.site in your internet browser. Check out what they have. Fuller doing a great job. Is Moreno actually going to send it into the corner here?
yeah, Fuller's staying very disciplined. He's running his line, just not putting a tire in the wrong place. This is some pretty tough heat he's getting from Ethan Fonseca Moreno, and they're about to have more company.
Ethan taking a peek to the inside. Goes back. Moreno taking a peek on the outside line now. Here comes Michael Kruger. Ethan to the inside of Fuller. Side by side going into turn 3. Contact between the two. Fuller's going to go wide.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot tonight where the person on the inside just kind of uses up the car on the outside.
Fuller was way out the groove.
Wicked loose. I don't know if you guys saw that. I mean, it looked like he about wrecked that truck.
Michael Kruger is there. Fuller a little bit better on exit. Fuller way in that dark. Once again, he's going to tap the wall.
Yeah,
Kruger gets the position.
Kruger working back from his penalty like it was nothing.
Michael Kruger chasing down. Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Actually, Moreno faster that last time by barely. They both ran a 31.4. It was just the difference in the 100th bracket. And caution is out. Dawson Allen. Just looped it around.
Yeah, just looped it. Second time today he's done that. It's just it's a tough track. Both entry and exit for losing it.
So pit road gonna be open. Fuller stays out. Everybody else, though, they're coming on in.
Oh, and Fuller's got old tires. He hasn't pit since the stage too. That's interesting to see.
Let's take a look at the race off pit road. Kruger has an advantage with the number 1 pit box. Moreno's got him. Moreno, Kruger, Justin Rand, Caldwell. Hussein, Armistead, Chicano, Bennett, Melton.
Nathan Fuller said the same thing I said yesterday, just on the radio. He said, I did not expect the whole field to come pit. He's got a little more laps on his tires than I did, though. So he's got his work cut out for him.
So, John, where do you choose? I mean, you expect Fuller to take the bottom here. Moreno will go to the top. So if you're Kruger, do you follow your teammate who's on fresher tires? Do you follow Fuller? Assuming Fuller takes the bottom.
Yeah, that's tough. Depends on just how well you think Fuller's gonna get going. I mean, obviously the older tires are gonna be harder to get going, but I'd probably choose the top behind my teammate. He agrees with me.
So it's going to be Duran and Caldwell that take the bottom behind Fuller. So you got the PBR drivers on the top line. The Omnia Motorsports driver on the bottom with 3 Radius drivers behind him.
Kind of having a good rebound from his spin. He had such big contact. I didn't think he'd be able to really get back this well, but he's doing an outstanding job with that 25 machine.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with his run as well after that spin. Great job by Chicano. And restart zone. Green flag back out. Fuller wasted no time. Pulls to the top line. And here comes Moreno to the outside of Fuller already. Look at Justin Rand going down to the bottom. They're going to be 3 wide for the race lead.
Rand doing a very good job. He's going to be the one that's going to end up in the lead out of this.
And here comes Michael Kruger on the bottom.
Let's say Moreno.
Oh!
Durant's got a... Oh, wow. That was a massive hit to the inside wall.
Oh, Justin, I'm not sure if he thought he was clear.
It's something you gotta pay attention to even when you are clear. If they're gonna have a big run, sometimes you gotta think better of it.
Fuller did come down pit road.
Yeah, I can't say I blame him. It was just going to be such a, if this goes any type of green, it would have been such a losing fight. His tires are just so much older. It's a shame that he lost all that track position, but he's clearly fast enough to get it back.
And we are just past halfway as well. I mean, you know, right about now is when I normally would say I'm not so sure, but honestly, Kruger did such a great job in such a short amount of time that if Fuller is able to do the same thing, there might be enough time for Nathan Fuller to get up there and still compete for this race win. Fuller has yet to win in the AMSOIL Truck Series. He's come close a few times.
What a few times.
But, still searching for that first win.
Your slide was schmexy, by the way.
My pick to win. He's 4th place.
Both our picks to win are the same row there. Mine's lining up 3rd. Yours line up in 4th. Both had very fast trucks today. Been able to move through the field.
Both looking good. Pace truck is in. It's an all PBR. Front row. Green flag back out. I don't think there was any help there from teammate. Kruger caught sleeping a little bit. It's going to help Caldwell. He gets up to 2nd. Kruger actually staying high. Oh! Wow! Flirting with the wall was Kassane.
The exit of these corners really just come up on you so quick. That was when I first turned laps here on the sim. It's just that's the first thing that caught me off guard that I've never really experienced here before. It's a lot. That exit's a lot more shallower than I expected. Lonzo's really high there.
Yeah, he was trying to fend off Tristan Maher. Gonna get clear. How about Micah back here and at 12th battling with Andrew?
Yeah, he had that near spin. As soon as he out-wrapped Ethan for the lead. And he's doing a good job of rebounding that from that, excuse me.
Truck slow on the backstretch. It is Tyler Watermolen. He is going. Kruger giving Caldwell some pressure. Oh, Caldwell is sideways. He's going to loop it around. Caution.
Oh, goodness. I think he might have got a little help. I think that got both our picks to win. I think Kassane might have got a little damage out of that, too.
Kruger, yeah, just got too hot into the corner. I was looking at my telemetry, trying to see where Nathan Fuller was at. Look back up, and Caldwell is sideways. Which, by the way, in case you're wondering where Fuller is at, he's up to 15th, so he's making progress. And actually, a lot of drivers coming down pit road this time by. Top 7 stayed out. And then a lot of drivers come down pit road. Levi Poland staying out. Nathan Fuller just behind him. So 15th to 9th, just right there.
I can't believe he's already in the top 10. It's just, you know, you think of this place as pretty tough to pass, and obviously people pitting around him do help with that, but I mean, we see Michael Kruger come from the back to the front, same with Michael Walls, at least to a certain extent. Cameron Caldwell was able to do that before his incident, so this has been a very comers and goers type of race.
It's like Brian C. Smith going to be the first. Make that Christopher Melton first one off pit road out of those that pit. Melton will be 12th here. Brian C. Smith 13th also coming off pit road. 4 fresh tires for everybody, it appears. Nobody taking 2. Driver's taking the choose. We're going to restart 75 laps to go. Either let's take Moreno, Michael Kruger, front row. Sean Cassane. Jeffrey Armstead, row 2. The pace truck is in. And green flag is back out.
Chaos for the rest of the race. Like we've seen, a little bit of contact for second.
Bergsmeyer.
Had the 3-wide move that shuffle Sean Cassane.
Oh,
Never had that much. Ooh.
They looked like they were 4 wide there for a moment.
Yeah. I was gonna say, he might not must not have any damage from just the contact that I saw from his incident when Cameron Caldwell just went out and they wanted to go. Stayed out front.
Still side by side for third is Jurgensmeyer and Armstead. And Nathan Lehman. He got loose in the background. We're still green.
Yeah, he Yeah, he had a really nice save there. Almost did what Matt Steiner did by getting into the barrels, but was able to save it.
Safe side by side with Chicano. Look at Fuller right there. 7th.
Oh! Just as we chill to talk about him. What a big moment that was. Lucky to not have wrecked his truck, but wow. We need to stop talking about people, I guess. Let the broadcast breathe or something.
He was 7th when this happened. 22nd now.
Yeah, without a caution, that's going to be tough to come back.
Lots of Chicano just ahead of Sean Cassane. Actually able to get past Cassane there, and now it's Tristan Maher underneath Cassane. Two still side by side. Maher a little loose, but able to get ahead of Cassane.
Drivers are really on edge, doing such a good job for the most part, keeping their trucks underneath them while putting on a great show. Oh, Wall's doing another send.
Michael Kruger trying to close in on Ethan Pacific Moreno.
Okay, they're running very similar lap times right now. They're just been so evenly matched most of this race. It's really going to come down to if this is a long run just tire saving, or if it comes down to a restart. It's going to come down to your launch. Excuse me.
Michael Walls' caution is out. Not Michael Walls. Andrew Elias.
Yeah, they just come together on the straightaway there. Andrew Elias goes for a ride.
So I was going to say Michael Walls was making some time, doing a really good job up to 7th place, back up to 7th place that is. And he was underneath Tristan Maher when I started to say his name. Pit road is going to be open, and I expect it to be busy. It appears Brett Bennett staying out. Trey Burns staying out. beat Dylan. Dawson Allen also staying out.
Split strategy is just all over the place. Can't blame these guys for wanting to try something different if you're stuck in the pack.
Even San Marino wins the race off pit road over Michael Kruger, just barely. Jeffrey Armistead, Alonso Chicano, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, Michael Walls. Things shuffle through. Johnny Klein actually was just on pit road beforehand. Now dropping to the back.
I'm not sure what that's about.
Brett Bennett, Trevor Burns, Dawson Allen. They are going to be ahead. Ethan San Marino, Michael Kruger. We have 4 fresh tires. Bennett, Burns, and Allen. 16 laps ago is when they pit. 17 at the line here. Brett Bennett taking the bottom. Trevor Burns top. Dawson Allen bottom. Moreno bottom. Kruger and Armistead top.
This choose is very intriguing. It's going to choose. It's going to decide who's going to get the lead. It just depends on which one of these older tires gets going. All they'll find in the open space.
Gonna restart. 61 laps to go here in the Spooky Games 200 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon, New Hampshire. Pace truck is inside the restart zone, waiting, going. Green flag is out. We'll stack up on the top line.
Yeah, Traber could not get going on those older tires.
They're going to be 3 wide, but side by side for the race lead.
A little bit of contact there. Fonseca Moreno, he's going to lose some momentum there. Oh, and he's wicked loose on the bottom.
Chicano spinning!
Chicano's around again.
Caution!
Wow.
Actually, wait a minute. I just noticed another spin way in the background. Oh, man. Andrew Elias. Harold Tucker made contact. This was way before Alonso Chicano. Let's go ahead and take a look.
The two teammates having contact there.
Chicano incident. Chicano just drove it a little too deep, got into Trevor Burns, and spun it around. Style up another driver. Hey, Brett Bennett, it's boys up at the booth. Get a copy.
Yep.
Hey, Brett, currently have the lead. You're on a little bit of a different strategy than everybody else, but your tires are not that much older than everybody else right now. So, how you feeling with 59 coming to 58 to go?
I think this is going to be the winning strategy. I don't think I got anything to hold off Ethan or Mikey. Probably a couple others too, but hope is I can probably, I think by the time the tires stay equalized, I'll be probably around like back half of the top 10, and then if we get another caution, I can pit, maintain track position. So it's more of a long game strategy. We'll see what ends up happening. I'm good on fuel, so won't have a problem with that. Plus clean air, who knows? And maybe Ethan and Mikey, the way they're both driving, get into each other. So they've both been real aggressive.
All right, well, good luck to you. Maybe we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Hopefully. I don't think so tonight, but I don't think I got the speed, but hopefully I will.
That was Brett Bennett, driver number 47, current race leader.
Just looking to steal some track position before the tires equal out. That's a viable strategy. And if we get more cautions, that actually does help out a little bit. As they're choosing this time.
So Ethan taking the top, Michael taking the bottom, of course, Brett taking the bottom. Jeffrey Armstead going to line up on the outside of row 2. Dawson Allen, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, row 3. "56 laps to go at the line when we restart. Still a long way to go. Pace truck is in. Restart zone. Green flag back out.
Ethan got a very good launch on Brett Bennett there. Right to the outside of him for the lead.
They're going to be 3 wide for the race lead. Michael all the way down to the bottom.
We're all the way back to the top. Jeffrey Armstead's going to look low.
Oh, contact between Brett and Ethan.
Wow. Ethan did it. Oh, they're still going to wreck. Jeffrey Armstead. Oh, it's going to be the field. Oh, my goodness.
What in the...
I can't believe what I've just watched. Oh, my heavens.
What?
I don't know how to unpack this, Josh. Wow. Does anybody not have damage?
What?
I mean, it was the field. It was the field.
Pit road is open.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
I just... Mikey did a 360 and then just start driving straight.
Yeah, this is there's a lot to unpack with this wreck. I don't. Just racing hard for the lead, a little bit of contact. Wow. I wish I could use the language I used last night on the broadcast, but that's not very professional.
I am so confused.
You're confused, you're speechless, and I can't say I blame you, booth mate.
I don't even. Nathan Lehman is the leader of this race.
Nathan Lehman is your leader.
William Kemp, Giovanni Klein, Levi Poland, Tyler Watermolen.
Yeah, that's how you know there was a mess. I'll be fair, his truck is pretty clean compared to most of the trucks we've seen.
I just. I don't even know what to say.
I don't either, other than we've got mostly new players up front, don't we?
Big time.
This is the first time I get to call some of these names tonight. I say choosing this time.
Lehman taking the top. Kemp taking the bottom. Klein actually going to line up behind Lehman. And Michael Kruger.
End up on the bottom there.
Second. I'm sorry. Sixth to. Yeah.
Sixth to
third.
And Josh Arnold's going to go behind him. Haven't called his name tonight.
Right now, William Kemp. He's in a PBR sandwich.
Some of these trucks are destroyed. Ethan Fonseca Moreno's truck looks mangled up.
There's still 52 to go. We're gonna have 51 at the restart.
Oh, wow. See, if it was 2017, we'd only have about 25 to go. Pace truck is off.
Green flag. Kruger wasting no time going down to that apron. They're 3 wide.
Lehman's truck, it looks kind of mangled up, but he's doing a good job. I don't know if it's just my sim over exaggerating the damage that he has. Doing a good job holding on to that lead for now.
Oh!
Oh, we got a car in the wall big time. Couldn't see who that was. I think it might have been Jacob Locklear.
It looked like a...
That looks like one of your trucks.
Yeah, it did.
Michael Kruger's looking for second.
Is underneath Lehman. Oh, Poland got a little loose there.
Ano's going to make it 3 wide. Go to that apron.
Oh, little contact there.
Some contact. Rebuild his run.
Chicano underneath Giovanni Klein.
Kruger's pounding William Kemp for his lead.
Fuller got loose in the background. Kruger taking a peek. He's there looking inside of William Kemp for the race lead. Michael Kruger. He's not quite clear, but he is there.
A little bit of a diamond trying to get a run off, but that loose. Nah, that didn't really affect it that much. He should be able to dive in here and kind of slide job.
Not even have to do the slide job.
Yep. didn't even have to slide. He just dove it in there, and we got a new race leader.
Josh Arnold He's in fifth. Arnold and Fuller battling side by side. Fuller on the bottom. Great recovery from Fuller. Now back up to P5.
Second recovery, I guess we could call it.
Yeah.
Because, wow, he's had an eventful race, but he's doing a great job. I just want to say about Josh Arnold's truck, he's got about the only clean race truck I see out there. Good job keeping his nose clean. That's always, you know, Josh Arnold better than I do. But we both know, I mean, that's his MO. Just keep your nose clean, be consistent. Get those good finishes. Watson kind of loves that high line. I've seen him up there quite a few times this race. It's fun to watch.
Really going where the others aren't.
Yeah, I've said that a lot today, how that's kind of what you have to do here. You gotta, even if you're not the fastest truck, you want to be the most versatile, I feel, at New Hampshire. Because if you can go, you know, if you can go to that way high line, if you can do what Michael Walls is doing and just do a crazy send on the bottom there, that'll set you apart and give you more options so that you can use whatever speed you do have. It's going to help him get to the, Alonso get to the outside of Levi Poland.
Poland driving it to the inside of Chicano. Chicano just getting a great exit.
He's doing a great job. It's hard to call something here a Larson line, but if anyone's doing it, Chicano.
Chicano looking underneath Kempf. And Chicano clear.
He's got anything for good old Michael Kruger here.
.41 to go. William Kemp trying not to let Chicano get too far away. Meanwhile, got a battle here between teammates. Look at St. Moreno with a very beat up nose trying to get around teammate Giovanni Klein.
This Mangle just trying to salvage what he can.
Already 2 wins on the season.
So much speed. Another chance tonight, but
Moreno just struggling on exit. He might be battling with Jurgensmeyer here in a moment. Oh man, Dawson Allen just pounded that wall. He's in the grass.
having a tough night, isn't he?
Very tough night. Levi Poland, how about him? Trying to hold off Nathan Fuller. Fuller taking a peek to the inside. They're so close.
Levi Poland is Pittsburgh is having a very, very nice run tonight. Just I think we haven't called his name much, but he's for the most part just been staying around the top 10 and is just doing a good job.
Oh, they're leaning on each other. Fuller and Poland.
Yeah.
Oh my!
No, I should have shut up about him. Save it. Good save. Okay, I might have to believe in a curse now. I know that was only a slide. That could have been a lot worse. Did a great job of saving it.
And we're gonna have a caution. Tristan Meyer, the front stretch.
Wow. I think he's going to be an innocent bystander in this one.
Yeah, indeed he is.
Wow. Once again, the story of his season. It's just one of those, you're doing nothing wrong.
Pete Dillon.
Yeah, I thought Pete Dillon was going to bounce off of the wall more, just kind of misjudged it.
So now what do you do? I think
I
you pit.
I would pit.
Unlimited tires.
And we went far enough to where it's just, I don't think it's going to be worth it to stay out.
And everybody coming down pit road. Nobody staying out except lead or lap trucks. Yeah, everybody coming down. So we'll see the race off pit road. Michael Kruger with the number 1 pit box. He will win the race off pit road. Alonso Chicano, followed by Kemp, Fuller, Poland, Lehman, Klein. Arnold actually ahead of Lehman. Arnold, Lehman, Klein, Jurgensmeyer, Melton. Top 10.
It's going to be fun to watch Alonso Chicano be able to launch right by Michael Kruger and see if he can take the fight to one of the dominant trucks of the day.
And, you know, one thing to remember, John, way earlier in this race, it was those two restarting first and second.
Right.
And I mentioned, you know, Chicano continuously is out there. He's going to learn what Kruger is doing. It's been a while since they've lined up 1-2. But, I mean, I assume here they're going to be on the front row. I don't think that Chicano follows where Kruger goes. So, I mean, who knows? Chicano might have kept in the bank what he learned earlier in the race and try to get a good restart on Michael Kruger.
Yeah. Both these trucks have damage too. I want to know, and I honestly see more on Michael Kruger's. I wonder if, you know, if we get going 20 laps, if that's really going to hurt Kruger and maybe play to Alonso's advantage a little bit.
Hey, Chicano actually was faster than Kruger. The majority of that run that we just had.
Yeah, he just had to fight from so far back. He did a really good job cutting through that field. He's giving himself a chance at this win.
So it'll be 30 laps to go. Chicano lining up on the outside of race leader Michael Kruger. Fuller restarting in third. William Kemp from fourth. Green flag is back out. Kruger made sure to hold it down there.
For sure. I was going to say that. He made sure. It's okay to make mistakes. It's not okay to repeat them. He's going to make sure not to.
Oh!
Alonso Chicano. Wicked loose. And it's going to give Nathan Fuller a shot at him.
Yeah, Fuller is underneath Chicano. Chicano, though, he's been loving that high line.
Yeah, he's right at home, isn't he?
Sticking it with Fuller out there. They're still side by side.
Yeah, that's going to let Michael Kruger get away, kind of run the pace he wants to. He's not having to try too hard just because they're side by side. It's going to let him save those tires better than both those guys who are battling.
Nathan Fuller gonna try to get clear. Just not able. Chicano. He is clear.
It's going to clear him.
So now Alonso Chicano P2. Gonna try to chase down Michael Kruger. What about Josh Arnold? He qualified 24th. Fifth place.
Yes. He's just keeping it steady. Just doing his thing, man. Completely clean truck. He's doing a great job.
Currently holding on. Position just ahead of Poland. Oh, Arnold caught the wall a little bit there on exit of 4. Poland taking a peek to the inside.
Poland get positioning on him. Just can't quite keep it alongside of him. Josh Ron's going to clear him. Keep that 5th spot. Alonso Chicano last lap was a little bit quicker than Michael Kruger. I think he's drawing a beat on him a little bit. He's faster again that lap.
Yeah, he's reeling in Michael Kruger, and I'm wondering if it is the damage or if Kruger is just taking it easy.
Yeah, such a tough balance this late in the race, really, and yeah, like we don't know how much of that is the damage because it looks like both sides of his truck is a little beat up. Whereas Alonso's just got a little bit of that right rear damage.
Poland to the inside of Arnold, and Poland actually going to clear of Arnold to put Poland in P5. Alonso Chicano all over the back tailgate of Michael Kruger. .21 laps to go in the Spooky Games 200.
Alonso's going to have to start channeling that higher line. Honestly, that's where he was able to make those passes. I think that's where he's most comfortable.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't pass a guy if you're running in the same line as him. You know, Alonso Chicano, he's been doing such a great job on that high line. If he's going to make it happen, he needs to move up. Kruger is showing Alonso the outside. Kruger was on the apron there.
Yeah, usually you don't want to let people to your outside here. Usually they can keep you pinched down, and then it makes it easy. Oh, he's going to get loose. Might not have a choice but to give up the outside. Nope, he's able to come back up and protect it.
Now Chicano taking a peek to the inside. They're going to be side by side with Chicano underneath Michael Kruger, sliding up a little bit. Chicano still down there.
Yep, he's got almost cleared him down the back straightaway there. Alonso doing an outstanding job.
Caution!
Have the lead with the caution.
Giovanni Klein.
This is caused by mostly internet, because I don't even really see where Giovanni is.
I don't either. He was in front of Brian C. Smith.
Like, he just blinks out, and then he appears, and he's spun out. Down the
Yeah.
middle of a back straightaway, so that's probably contact between he and Brian, but I don't know what Brian's supposed to do there. It's just unfortunate.
Oh, man. Pit road is open, and everybody except PBR down pit road. Kruger, Arnold, Lehman, and Locklear all stay out.
How do you feel about that?
Poland going to be the winner off pit road. Chicano, Polar, Kempf, Jurgensmeyer, Melton. To answer your question, I'll let you know in 17 laps.
Oh man, that's pretty fair. That's a fair answer. I'm not sure if Levi Poland took 2 tires, but yeah, he did beat Alonso Chicano off pit road, like you said.
Poland was 8.9 seconds on pit road.
Likely just a couple of tires. Well, Kruger's got what I wish I had last night. He's got some people to. He's got a buffer between he and Levi and Alonso there, so it should make his job a little bit easier. But they went a decent amount of laps on those tires, so they are a little bit more worn out.
They're only 18 laps. I'm going to say about 14 of them on green flag pace. We are going to restart with 14 to go, I assume. Yes, they're taking the choose this time. Kruger and Arnold bottom. Lehman taking the top. Is Locklear? Yes, he is. Locklear top. So it's going to be Poland on the bottom behind Arnold with 2 tires. And then Chicano behind Poland with 4 tires. Fuller taking the top is going to be to the outside of Poland. So actually, I think Fuller has the advantage here.
Yeah, it all depends on how the launch goes, though. But these guys, like you said, they're all on the same team. They should be helping each other out. They should be in sync when they go. They should have an advantage over basically the rest of the field.
$14 miles, 14 laps. Boys, hold on. Space truck is coming in to the safety of pit road inside the restart zone. Michael Kruger is going. Green flag back out. I see some wheel spin in the back. Kruger pulls up in front of Lehman.
Led by Poland did not have a good start there. He's recovering pretty well. Almost got pinched by Nathan Fuller.
Side by side. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact there with Fuller into Chicano and Locklear. Unfortunate bystander there. They're 4 wide. Locklear backs out of it. Get Poland.
Alonso still jacked up all back there. That restart was not good for Alonso.
Fuller in 4th place. He's got Arnold. Oh! Dawson Allen hard into the wall!
Big time.
Turned around. Oh, man. That one was not pretty.
Not pretty. Such a tough day for our booth mate here at JCTV. Levi Poland on these right side tires. Gosh, I mean, I always say when I'm in second, I have a hard time not taking the front row. Do you take the front row here on the choose, or do you choose behind Michael Kruger?
I got fresher tires, but at least 2 of them. I'm on the front row.
Yeah, I would take the front row. It's, you know, even if you don't get a good enough launch, he's been choosing the bottom all night, so you're probably gonna have the top there, and you're gonna be able to recover on that top and at least be able to keep second with your fresher tires over Josh Arnold. So he did a really good job of getting through that traffic. Had a great restart, and it's gonna give him a really great shot at this. Michael Kruger is gonna be on the back foot.
So coming to choose this time, Kruger, bottom. Poland, top. Arnold, bottom. Fuller, top. Jersmeyer, bottom. Saint, top. Kempf, Lehman.
Man, I thought Alonso was going to have a really good chance at this win. That restart just did not go his way. You know what they say, Josh. It's never over till it's over, right?
That is true. Still 9 laps to go, and this thing is far from over. I'm looking at four fresh tires there.
Yeah, what an up and down day he's had, and he's going to have a shot at it. It's just the reasons to never quit.
They struck in. Green flag.
Kruger with a great launch.
Arnold. Oh, missed the corner. Here comes Sean Cassane.
Bottom 3 wide there. Fuller's through to third with his 4 fresh tires.
Oh, Fuller got into Poland.
Poland, no.
Caution.
Oh my goodness.
Levi Poland having such a great race.
He's going to have such a good shot. He's biding his time, really. I mean, with the 2 fresher tires, he doesn't have to push the issue, right? He's just kind of can set up his run on Kruger and make a run at it.
So we're going to restart. 3 laps to go. Cassane has fresher tires than Kruger does. Cassane was flying before that yellow came out.
Yeah, you're right. He's gonna have a shot at this thing, and I mean, it's gonna be a crapshoot. Who knows what's gonna happen? I'm done trying to predict this.
Kruger taking the bottom. Cassane taking the bottom.
Taking the bottom. That's interesting. we were just got done talking about how it's so hard not to pick that front row, especially you got the fresher tires. And wow, this is gonna be. I would expect a 3-wide move maybe from Sean. Why not?
Oh man. 3 laps to finish in regulation. The base truck gonna go down pit road. Michael Kruger inside the restart zone. He gets on the loud pedal. He is clear.
Great job on his loud pedal, didn't he?
Oh, yes, he
Not
did.
wasting any time.
Fuller and Kassane side by side. Kassane gonna clear, sliding up.
Alonso Chicano getting wicked loose. But Kassane is gonna have a shot at it.
He sold the bottom. Trying to get underneath Kruger. 2 to go.
Fuller looking to the inside of Sean.
Yeah, Fuller's there.
That's exactly what Kruger wants to see.
Oh, for sure. Still side by side.
Got wicked loose. Oh my goodness.
What in the world happened to Kassane?
This race has been, I don't even know. The white flag's gonna be out.
White flag, 1 lap to go here in the Spooky Games 200. Can Kruger hold him off?
Taking up these corners just so well. Can't miss these shifts.
Michael Kruger needs 1 more corner.
Oh, Alonso Chicano just got wiped out.
It's kind of hard to the wall, but off turn 4, it's going to be Michael Kruger's checkered flag is waving, and Cameron Caldwell spin in the background as well.
What a hectic race. Oh my goodness. And Kruger makes up for his mistake. Makes my strategy work today that I couldn't make work yesterday. Did a great job, didn't he? ETV just so happy for him. Oh!
Okay.
Yeah, this about fits the race, doesn't it? Everything going on right here.
Michael Kruger gonna burn it down.
Yeah, might be the only happy one here in the Granite State. Hope he likes lobster.
I think he does.
We might have to send him some. Tell him to go to Red Lobster or something, anything.
Yeah, get him a Red Lobster gift card. Just have to take out a mortgage on my house first.
Yeah. Golly. I heard that sneeze. Bless you to whoever that was.
I don't think that was a sneeze, but we'll go with that.
And you know, I'll give a big shout out to Shane O'Neill. He is the only driver that completed every lap that had a 0x. I just want to give a big shout out to Shane for that.
Oh, good God! Oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's go take a look at our unofficial race results.
Oh, my goodness. We are off the rails.
Finishing in first is Michael Kruger. Nathan Fuller brings it home second. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer third. Sean Kassane fourth. William Kemp fifth. Tristan Maher sixth. Brian C. Smith seventh. Tyler Watermelon eighth. Ethan Fonseca Moreno 9th, and Nathan Lehman finishes in 10th.
Josh Arnold finishes 11th. Brandon Hinton winds up in 12th. Brett Bennett in 13th. The Mississippi Missile himself ended up 14th. Christopher Melton got 15th. Shane O'Neill, Mr. Zero X himself, ended up in 16th. Pete Dillon ended up at 17th. Jeffrey Armstead finished 18th. Jacob Locklear 19th. Andrew Elias rounds out our top 20.
Cameron Caldwell 21st, Alonso Chicano 22nd. Both them spun on the final lap. The first driver rating laps down, Levi Poland 23rd. He finished 6 laps down. Dawson Allen 24th. Giovanni Klein 25th. Harold Tucker the 3rd 26th. Alex Kerfan 27th. Traver Burns 28th. Matt Steiner 29th. And Justin Rand finishes in 30th.
Tyler Ratliff in 31st. Hunter Peach finished in 32nd. Ryan Bogey in 33rd. David Duran in 34th. Cody McCorkle in 35th. Dakota Knoll in 36th. And ran out the field in 37th was Zachary Wareham.
So let's go ahead and talk to our top 3. And starting with our 3rd place finisher, Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. What a race. If you're there.
Hello.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Pretty good.
That's good to hear. I don't personally know how good I would have done or how good I would be right now dealing with that race, but finishing 3rd, it's not what you wanted, but in a way, it's a rebound after last week.
Yeah, I put myself in a position there at the end. I didn't think I'd be up there. I was in 3 pretty big wrecks that got me about a minute of damage throughout the race, but I got them all repaired. I knew I had a good chance there. That second to last restart, starting 5th, but I drove it in a little deep, let Sean get under me, and gave up 2nd. But if I was in his spot, I think I could have won the race. I don't think I would have downshifted like he did, and I think I would have had a shot at Mikey at the end. So it's nice to have 3rd. I'm pretty close to the points lead, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, all in all, 3rd's pretty good out of it.
A couple really wild races back to back. And it's still not all that finished with this wild portion of the schedule. So how are you looking to go forward from here and try to continue to have good finishes?
It's what I've been doing the whole season. I haven't been the fastest driver, but that's what I've been trying to work on getting up there more. But I'm pretty good, I think, at getting the best position I can out of every race, and I think I did that today. So we'll see how Bartonsville goes. If it goes the same as Bristol and New Hampshire did, but I think I have a nice shot the rest of the season.
All right, sponsors, shout outs. Who gets it on for you behind that 00 machine?
Shout out Justin Rott back at home. Shout out Micah. We've been working together in these races, and he was pretty quick today. I don't know how he was driving without shifting, but I mean, he figured it out, and he's been helping. So shout out him too.
All right, congrats on 3rd place finish. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
And that was Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, 3rd place finisher tonight. Head to Jonathan Parker, who has Nathan Fuller.
I've caught up here with Nathan Fuller. Boy, you had one wild race, didn't you? I mean,
Oh yeah,
you've had
it was something.
Yeah, I think me and Josh talked about you coming from the back 2-3 times. Just walk me through how you persevered through all of that to come home in P2.
I mean, it was a fight the whole race. I mean, it's not technically a short track, but it's still a short track race, and you're banging doors, you're racing hard. I mean, I got sent to the back there because I didn't expect the whole field to pit on. I think I was like 109. So having to drive up through it and then didn't want to kill Alonso, so I had to dive to the grass and then drive back up again. It was a race, man. I mean, especially when you get in those last 15 odd laps, you have to leave it all out there. So you know, people are sliding up, you're trying to push, and contacts made. I mean, racing's racing. You got to go through it, and somehow, you know, sneaking by with the 2. I thought I could hunt down Mikey there, but that 4/10 for a lap was just too far to reach.
Yeah, it's just absolutely wild, and you know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know your points position, but
Not hot. I think I'm like 21st or something. So this is good gains, but yeah,
you're gonna need to probably win. And how confident do you feel in your ability to get a win coming up at these next few tracks?
I mean, Martinsville's a fiesta. You know, it's going to be who can do their best there. I think probably one of my better chances is going to be Lime Rock. I feel pretty confident at road, and then of course Talladega is another, you know, lottery roll. So we'll see them as they come, do the best we can, and see what we can make of it.
Okay, last question here. Any sponsors and shout outs you want to give?
I mean, I got the Army Esports on the car, so those people. I got the family watching all that, and then, you know, to y'all out here, JCTV with the hosts and the stream, appreciate it, and can't wait for next week.
That was your second place finisher, Nathan Fuller. Thank you.
And head to Victory Lane, where I'm sure I have a very, very happy Michael Kruger. Mikey, how in the world did you get that done?
Well, simply, I'll just put it this way. I had the Pete Weber of when he said to that 14-year-old, "Who do you think you are? I am!" And I just didn't give up right there. That's how I came back.
That was insane. I mean, we talked to you earlier in the race. You won the stage, and then had an incident. Well, not an incident, but an issue on the restart where you pulled up before the start-finish line, which gave you a penalty. You had to go to the back, try drive it to the front. It was a wild race, to say the least. But you know, you said you never gave up. Just what was it like? Just, you know, try and keep yourself calm.
Well, first and foremost on the restart, yeah, I done goofed. I mean, yeah, it was definitely my fault there. I honestly thought it wasn't too bad, but when I got that, I really wasn't sweating. I was actually legit thinking, like, we got like 140-something to go. I'm not worried about anything. And honestly, when I was back there, I was kind of having fun, really, because I don't know if you guys caught it, but I was bonsaiing the heck out of the restarts. Like, honestly, like, I got nothing to lose here in this league because I don't race here full time for this season. So I was like, I'm just gonna bonsai the heck out of these guys in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just see if it sticks. By golly, it stuck all right. And I just kept doing that restart after restart until I got a little up there to where it got a bit more difficult to pull off. And yeah, I just got obviously uber aggressive on the restarts there. And yeah, I mean, when I got that EOL, I just really personally was not sweating that one bit, really. And I just knew from there I'd have to face Ethan there at the end, or him, or Alonso, or someone, because I knew those two were pretty quick. And yeah, once Ethan got into trouble, I just kind of like, well, I mean, it was unfortunate for him getting caught up in the incident. I just thought in the moment, like, I'm in a good spot here, and I thought I was going to be pretty decent. But then Alonso was really giving a late charge late in the race. He was starting to haul me down or run me down, and I had 50 seconds of damage I did not take on those pit stops because I couldn't afford losing that track position. I just simply couldn't afford it, and I had to stick with what I had. And I knew it was going to be really sketch to kind of hold on to a truck. 'Cause, I mean, I don't know how significant it was because the truck felt good, but I don't know if it felt slightly down or anything a little bit after the damage. But like, it felt good, but just I don't know if it was off pace or Alonso was actually just better than me at the end because he really made a heck of a charge catching me, and then he got by, and it was just all about from there just the pit strategy games of what is going to be played.
All right, well, Mikey, before I let you go, completely celebrate. Who gets it done for you?
Well, obviously, first and foremost, I gotta thank my mom and dad for watching this joint. I know they are celebrating downstairs right now about me winning this. I know that they're eluded just as I am, and they're happy to see me win. I gotta thank, of course, you, Josh, for having me a part of Piston Broke Racing. We're back like we never left. We're back like we never left here at PBR last time I was here. And I gotta thank my teammates, Josh Arnold, Giovanni Klein, Nathan Lehman, Ethan Fonseca Moreno, and Jacob Locklear. I got to thank all those guys for being a part of Piston Brook Racing. I would have just a quick turnaround here and I guess apologize to Cameron Caldwell for our little scuff up we had and during the race when we were on top 5. Apologies to him. And then I guess I'll turn around and thank him for having C2 graphics on my car. I know it's a little awkward, but I just thank you for having C2 graphics on my car and making my paint scheme, and just really that's all I got here.
All right, Michael Kruger, your race winner. Congrats on the big win, and not sure when we'll see you next time, but we'll see you next time.
I'll catch you guys next time.
What a win for Michael Kruger.
Excited driver. One excited driver, wasn't he?
Just,
the only driver that was happy.
Never give up. Yeah, never give up attitude.
You always tell me how I have that attitude, and yeah, he's got a lot of that too. Where it doesn't matter what happens to him, he just acts like nothing happened. Just keeps pushing on forward, and that's how he ends up in victory lane so much.
I wanted to ask him, and I didn't even think about it until just now. Monday night, TNR was at Milwaukee, and Michael Kruger won the pole, led every lap just before halfway, had an incident, or actually an issue in his pit stall under pitting, where he actually slid through his box just a tad. Lost the race off pit road and ran second the rest of the race. Milwaukee, very similar to New Hampshire in how they drive. Both mile tracks, both flat. And I wanted to ask him if this felt like pretty good redemption for Milwaukee, but I have to ask him a little bit later off air. I was actually a spotter Monday night, and I know he was really down on himself from that one. I told him, just keep your head up, can't win them all. And I think he definitely did a great job at learning from Milwaukee, bringing it here tonight, and getting the race win.
Yeah, this was a wild one, and it's not going to get any calmer next week. I'm going to get to experience firsthand our short track racing, I guess. All the beating and banging these guys do. I can't wait to interview. Regardless of where I finish, I'm going to interview, and I'm going to give my opinions. I'll tell you that.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks in a row, I've cussed on JCTV. Hopefully, let's try not to make it 3.
That's going to do it for us here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway and the Spooky Games 200. What a fun one this was. Next week, of course, it is Martinsville. speedway where these guys are going to visit. That one is going to be, well, probably another spooky one, if I have to say. Monday night, though, JCTV back in action with TNR Truck Series at Legacy, Texas. That one's going to be pretty fun. And then Slide Job is at, correct me if I'm wrong, it's Darlington, isn't it?
Yes, they are.
Darlington. I believe Zaskar is at Auto Club. I might actually be wrong on that one. Wednesday
I can't
night.
help you on that one.
Zaskar is at Auto Club, yes. And Thursday night, my birthday, the SAC Coast Coast Cup Series heads to Circuit of the Americas, and that's going to be the Happy Birthday Josh Grand Prix. Looking forward to that one quite a bit. Friday night, the DNI Designs Anywhere Series heads to North Wilkesboro. And then, like I said, Martinsville Speedway, Saturday night. There's plenty of action coming up. 6 nights a week now on JCTV. You're not going to want to miss any of the action. And with that being said, big shout out to all the drivers, fans, and of course, the admins of the series as well. It is tough being an admin. We do a lot behind the scenes, and we're going to have a lot to look at after this one as well. But specifically, big thanks to the fans for watching this. I have a lot of fun putting on this show for you. And on behalf of Jonathan Parker, I'm Joshua Copernell signing off, saying so long, stay safe, and we will see you next time out right here on JCTV.